So not a lot of love from me yet for the NFC Championship game. So I found a player prop where I like the price quite a bit. Dyami Brown, right? We've been betting him the last couple weeks. The anytime touchdown is plus 350. Obviously, you're going against this Eagles pass defense, this secondary, which in my opinion is the best in the league. But plus 350 for Dyami Brown, I really like this price, man. Like I said, I like unders on Terry McLaurin. It's going to be a tough matchup. He's averaged 33.5 receiving yards against the Eagles in 2 matchups. And Brown's going to see some Darius Slay. He's got 30 career receiving snaps against Slay. He's got 92 receiving yards, averaging 3.07 yards per route run. And he's really came alive here in the playoffs. Already 11 receptions in 2 playoff games. It's a plus 350 price. It is a dart. It's a small bet, but I like Brown to get in the end zone against the Eagles. Plus 350. I like the price quite a bit.
Yeah, give him a shot, Brandon, would you?
Give me a little shot, would you please? Thank you. Thank you.
Or maybe
there it is. There it is.
No, there it is. There it is. There it is. He had to open a new bottle, the bartender there. All right, let's move on. I've never seen this market, and correct me if this is interesting. Either Jalen Hurts or Saquon Barkley, either one of those guys, to score the first touchdown in the game against Commanders, it's plus 170. Have you seen that market before, the either or?
I've never seen that either or. No. I've seen like first touchdown for the Commanders and then first for the Eagles, right? Like first team touchdown, first player to score for said team. But I've never seen or on opposing teams. I like this market quite a bit, though.
Oh, I love it. And the fact you can get either Jalen Hurts or Saquon Barkley at plus 170 is outstanding. So I'm going to take it for a tequila shot. I think there's a really good shot. Both one of these guys is going to find the end zone to begin the scoring for the Philadelphia Eagles and really for the game. Washington number 28 in rush EPAD over the last 5 weeks. They only allow 2 quarterback rushing touchdowns in the regular season, but 17 total touchdowns at running back position. Here's how I see the scenario set up. Saquon could do all the dirty work. Maybe A.J. Brown catches a long pass, gets tackled at like the 2-yard line, and then is it going to be a handoff to Saquon Barkley? Maybe one time, but more than likely, you're going to get the city of brotherly shove and a little tush-push action, right? So there's a really good shot that, if it winds up at the 5 or they're in the 10, it's going to be Saquon. And he's got a couple opportunities. If it's inside the 3, then it's all Jalen Hurts all the time, even with him not being at 100%. So Hurts or Barkley, first touchdown of the game, plus 170. Let's go and give me a shot.
Love it. I got a draft prop. So the other night we talked about this, and the Titans GM comes out, and he's like, we will not – or there's a good chance, we're not going to pass on a generational talent. We won't pass on a generational talent with the number 1 overall pick. So everybody figures Travis Hunter, who is the best player in college football, Heisman winner, played both sides of the ball. But his price shot all the way down, man. He went from 15 to 1, 14 to 1, all the way down to plus 140. He was the favorite in some shops. So I don't think you bet Travis Hunter. And if Tennessee stands still, they should probably go quarterback, man. But it's Shador and it's Cam Ward. That's not really a generational talent. Or Quinn Ewers, any of those guys. And I love Travis Hunter, I do. But let's say they move out of that pick, or let's just say maybe that generational talent is somebody else. Let's say it's Abdul Carter, who I think is the best player in this draft, and I don't really think it's close, man. I think he's the best pass rusher. He's the best edge rusher. That's the position that everybody needs, right? And for him to go number 1 overall, it's 10 to 1. He has the 3rd best odds right now. So small bet for me, but I did take a shot with Abdul Carter to go number 1 overall. I've heard a lot of these people, like Daniel Jeremiah was talking about it on the Move the Sticks podcast, and then he was on with McAfee, and he's like, I think it's a no-brainer, man. I think he's the best player in this draft. I would take him number 1 overall, and I agree. So most likely it's Hunter or it's one of these quarterbacks, but 10 to 1 on Abdul Carter. I'm going to take a shot right there. Brandon, hit me with a shot. I'll probably need it on draft night because I'm going to have like 60 open tickets on that night. It's my favorite night of the year. But yeah, Abdul Carter, man, I would take him number 1 overall.
Love that call there. By the way, breaking news, I just saw on the FS1 broadcast, they had the warm-up line. Will Riley is in uniform for Illinois, and Trey White in the starting lineup for the Illini. They were both listed as questionable, so they're only going to be down Tomislav Ivicic in this game. Again, Morris Johnson really going to have to show up and show out for the ILL against the Bigs. There of Reese and Queen of Maryland. They can really get after it on the interior, but good news here for Illinois. as it just developed there on my screen. All right, earmuffs, War Daddy, our resident North Carolina fan. I don't think the Tar Heels are making the NCAA tournament at plus 112. And here's the reason why. You look at the record overall, and I don't really care about overall record. They're at 12-8. I care about some of the other nitty gritty. What's working for them is the overall strength of schedule. Number 9 in the country in that department, and they played the 4 toughest non-conference strength of schedule. They will be rewarded and weighed heavily in some way by the selection committee when it's all said and done. The downside is, yeah, they're number 39 in the net. Nothing to scoff at there, but they're 1-7 against quadrant 1 opportunities this season. They only have 4 more of those because the ACC is largely down. That's going to be maybe a 4-bid league at most this year. Maybe they get 5 teams in. They have no bad L's, so that's a plus. 3-3 on the road in true road matchups, also decent. Number 102 EFG offense, 62 in EFG defense on the year. But you look at the upcoming opportunities, they got to win at least a couple of these. At Pitt, at Duke, at Clemson. Later on, they play Duke at home. That's the last regular season game of the year. That's it of the 4 remaining quadrant ones. They got to go 2-2 and probably win a game or 2 in the ACC tournament to feel good going into Selection Sunday. Let's bring in War Daddy, our producer Mario. Mario, is that a fair take? What's your your perspective on your beloved Tar Heels?
I'm anticipating for the season to end, pretty disappointing. I think this past week the struggles that they had in games, losing at home didn't help, and now they're at the point where every loss just screams out, if you don't win the ACC tournament, you're not getting in. And it doesn't matter if you split with Duke. I think at this point that's what they're going to have to rely on, and they're just not going to do it. Their defense isn't good enough. They're too small. They get manhandled. They're not a good enough three-point shooting team. I'm with you. As much as this stinks, as much as this hurts to say, and it burns in all parts of my body, they won't make the tournament.
Yeah, Bart Torvik still gives them a 63.5% chance, but I don't think it happens. I say no NCAA tournament for the North Carolina Tar Heels this season at plus 112. Hit me with a shot.
Mario's going to need the shot. His boys can't even make the NCAA tournament. North Carolina, get your stuff together. It's Carolina. I think they get in because it's Carolina.
Oh, congrats, Notre Dame. You guys had one good year finally. Now you guys all cocky walking.
Oh, wait, good years. They have plenty of good years. They just don't have many great years. Yeah, we don't have your guy's wallet either, right? Michael Jordan didn't attend Notre Dame.
Oh my God, I hate that argument so much from every Notre Dame fan. You don't have a wallet. You're a private school.
You guys got the coolest colors, though. Who doesn't want to wear Carolina blue?
You're a private school.
My kid will be wearing Carolina blue if this parlay hits, guys. So before this season, right, as I'm going to continue to talk about, I'm going to bet the Chiefs every year to win the Super Bowl. And then I'm going to hedge in the AFC Championship game, maybe. This year I'm going to because I like the Bills. Even though I don't necessarily love the matchup, right, I love the magic of Josh Allen this season. I like there's no distractions. There's no digs. He's not trying to get the ball down the field to Gabe Davis, who had one game in Buffalo pretty much. I am a little bit worried about the defense, especially with all these injuries. The Rapp injury, we talked to Sal. He says he doesn't expect him to go. He thinks it's a long shot he plays. Milano will be out there. But I'm going to go with the Bills on the money line in this parlay, and then I'm going to use it with the Eagles. I'm not hedging off the Eagles, meaning the Commanders, congratulations, you guys are probably winning this game outright. But a Bills-Eagles money line parlay, plus 179. Not quite 2-1. But I'm going to play that parlay because I got 30 props open, and I don't know if I'm going to bet a side in this game, to be honest, guys, at the current prices. So Bills, Eagles, money line parlay, plus 179. Brandon, hit me with some tequila. And give me a lime, too. I'm a lime guy. Kill me.
Screw lime. If it's quality tequila, you don't need it.